There are some places in this world that are so cursed, evil, dead, they'll suck your soul right out of your body. And tonight we bring you one such place. A place where the ground is soaked with the blood of thousands of victims. A place where every tree is out to kill you. A place known simply as Black Hollow. 6 friends came into the forest, but only 5 will come out. For this is the story of the ritual killer. Our story begins on a dark and stormy night. 6 young friends have decided to go camping in the notorious Black Hollow forest, said to be one of the most haunted places on Earth. With tents, sleeping bags, and enough supplies to last the weekend, they make their way into the dark woods. Lightning flashes across the sky, illuminating gnarled trees, and the wind howls through the branches like the cries of tortured souls. As they venture deeper into the forest, an eerie mist begins to envelop them, obscuring their vision and amplifying the sense of dread. The air grows heavy with the smell of decay and the sound of their own breathing. Suddenly, there's a loud crack and a bolt of lightning strikes a tree nearby, sending them running for cover. Just as they find somewhere to hide, another flash of lightning reveals an abandoned ranger station. Taking this as a sign, the group decides to seek shelter inside. But as they approach the building, they notice something strange. The door is slightly ajar, as if someone or something has just left. Inside, they find remnants of a fire in the hearth and a single chair pulled up beside it. As they explore further, they come across a locked wooden chest in the corner of the room. Curiosity piqued, they decide to investigate. One of the friends, driven by an insatiable desire to uncover the secrets of the forest, uses a knife to pry open the chest. But what they find inside is not what they expected. Instead of treasure or historical artifacts, they discover a collection of disturbing items, including a human skin mask with crudely stitched together facial features, a bloodied meat cleaver, and a series of unsettling drawings depicting strange rituals and demonic entities. The drawings seem to show grotesque figures engaging in disturbing activities, hinting at a sinister history of the forest and the ranger station. Overcome with a sudden sense of foreboding, the group realizes they may have disturbed something they were not meant to. As they hastily try to put the items back, the air grows heavy and a low growl echoes from the corner. Startled, they turn to find a horrifying sight. The grotesque figure from the drawings is now standing before them, its stitched skin mask grinning wickedly and the bloody meat cleaver clutched in its hand. The friends scream in terror as the creature lunges at them, its eyes burning with an otherworldly fire. In a moment of panic, they flee, racing through the darkened forest, the creature's heavy footsteps pounding behind them. As they run, they hear the creature's guttural voice echoing through the trees. But the forest seems to have a life of its own, the branches reaching out like grasping claws, and the twisted trees forming a labyrinth of fear. Thorns snag at their clothes, branches whip at their faces, and the oppressive darkness seems to press in on them, amplifying their terror. Then suddenly, just as the creature is about to catch up, they stumble upon a clearing. In the center stands an old dilapidated cabin, offering them a potential place of refuge. But as they reach for the door, a blood-curdling scream pierces the night, chilling them to the bone. The creature's voice, filled with rage and hunger. They exchange terrified glances, knowing that whatever horrors await them inside the cabin, it's likely better than what lies outside in the relentless grasp of the butcher. With the creature close behind, they burst through the door and slam it shut, fumbling with the locks to secure themselves inside. The cabin is dusty and abandoned, its windows boarded up, casting long shadows in the dim light filtering through the cracks. Desperately, they search for a way out, but the forest shows no mercy. Rain lashes against the windows, wind howls through the gaps in the walls, and thunder rumbles ominously overhead. The creature's heavy breathing can be heard just beyond the door, its presence growing more menacing by the second. They find an old diary lying on a table, its pages filled with frantic scribblings, detailing the horrors of the forest and the relentless pursuit of the creature they now know as the Butcher. It tells the story of a park ranger who stumbled upon a dark secret while working in Black Hollow. As he delved deeper into the mystery, he uncovered an ancient evil that had been awakened, a malevolent entity that fed on human fear and despair. The ranger's entries become increasingly desperate as he describes the entity's terrifying presence, its ability to possess animals, and its relentless pursuit of those who enter the forest. The diary reveals that the creature is known as the Butcher, a serial killer who terrorized the region decades ago. But he wasn't just any ordinary killer. He was a sadistic war criminal who conducted horrific experiments on captured villagers, dismembering them and leaving their body parts scattered around the forest. His atrocities eventually caught up with him and he was executed, or so they thought. But the land surrounding Black Hollow was steeped in ancient rituals, and the butcher's spirit, driven by his insatiable bloodlust, refused to rest. Instead, it latched on to the remains of a captured victim, a woman who had been burned alive by the butcher during his reign of terror. This ritualistic murder had awakened a dormant evil within the forest, an ancient being that granted the butcher's spirit the power to possess animals and humans alike, turning them into instruments of his bloody revenge. The diary ends abruptly, leaving the friends with more questions than answers. But the sound of heavy footsteps and guttural growls cuts through their contemplation. The butcher is outside, and with renewed determination, he tries to break down the cabin door. Panic rises within the group. They realize that if the butcher gets inside, none of them will survive. Just when it seems like all hope is lost, one of the friends remembers an old shed they passed earlier. It might not offer much, but it's a chance at escape, however slim. They quickly gather whatever supplies they can and make a dash for the shed, racing through the rain-soaked forest with the butcher close behind. As they stumble into the shed, they find an assortment of tools and farm equipment, all potential weapons in their desperate fight for survival. The group rallies, their fear giving way to determination as they prepare to defend themselves against the relentless creature. They arm themselves with whatever they can find, bats, shovels, even broken tools. And as the door bursts open and the butcher steps inside, they stand ready, their faces grim with resolve. But their hopes of victory are short-lived. The butcher, with superhuman strength and a bloodlust-filled roar, attacks. Screams and the clash of makeshift weapons against sharp claws and teeth fill the air. Friends fall one by one, each death more brutal and horrifying than the last. As the carnage reaches its peak, one of the friends notices a gas can and a match in the corner of the shed. Seizing on this last-ditch effort at survival, he grabs both items, knowing that the only way to stop the butcher might be to engulf the shed in flames. But to do this, he must venture outside and light the match. Taking a deep breath, he runs to the door, strikes the match, and hurls the gas can into the darkness. Then he turns and sprints back into the shed just as the flames begin to spread. Trapped inside, the butcher roars in frustration as the fire engulfs him, his screams echoing the pain and agony of his eternal damnation. As the fire rages, the survivors watch in awe and terror. When the flames die down, leaving behind only smoldering embers and an eerie silence. Emerging from the wreckage, they surveyed the scene, realizing that the worst is yet to come. For as they stand there, shaken and traumatized, the ground beneath their feet begins to tremble. From the charred remains of the shed, something stirs. A hand, burned but still alive, bursts forth, clawing at the soil as a demonic laughter echoes through the trees. And then, in a chorus of whispers, voices that are not of this world slither into their minds, promising unimaginable horrors and eternal torment. The friends are horrified, realizing that the evil that resided in the butcher is not so easily vanquished. As they flee, the laughter grows louder, more maniacal, echoing through Black Hollow, a testament to the enduring evil that lurks within. And as the camera pans away, we see the hand sink back into the earth, its grip tightening around a small shard of metal, a relic of the butcher's brutality. The forest is alive, malevolent, and it hungers for more souls to claim. This has been a horror short film, a tale of blood and fire from the depths of hell itself. If you enjoyed this journey into the heart of darkness, don't forget to stay tuned for more stories of terror. Until next time, sleep tight and don't let the nightmares into your dreams.